And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking for a crease. It's Manziel. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The Canes are stopped with 4, getting it past the sticks. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back in this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge on the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
But we know this running back's a playmaker. He's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running these routes.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback is being just a bit too careful. Trying to throw that ball too far outside. Obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. First down here for the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early we always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time late in the season.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-way, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
This offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you a less predictable situation.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Makes his connection. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Give to the running back. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything, and the U is known for attitude, and when they play physical, they've got great teams.
On the move at the 30. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. First down to start the drive after the break. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it stands out. Touchdown, Canes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And when I start for this offense, the throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass, this quarterback getting a little bit of confidence, this passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Quarterback keeper. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Already, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback just going to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running, it's completely changed the way people play defense.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got him cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense has a chance to take it.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball close.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Manziel. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
From the gun, give on the inside.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put 1 minute on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
From the gun, running back on the move. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that pass play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Miami.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. They stop it short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Defense, I think, is just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get the extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that play.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush. He knows the pass and wants to drive downfield, but he sees an opening. And if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Pulls his way forward. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football. That's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that looks a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
They're bringing heat. Pulls it in. It's Pettis. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Jackson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Coming after it. He breaks a tackle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw him out of rhythm.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. From the red zone, looking for a man. The short hand, it's Harris. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
That's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber, missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It's complete to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Wants to throw on second down. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Harris. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out of coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Roc. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end move more and more in the passing game. You see him move inside. You see him move outside. You see him move in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
A little release to the back. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of short throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays.
Touchdown, Tiger! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back. I need a slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Valentine. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff average, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer. And down by and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why don't you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause. They're like, yes, nice job. You're keeping the man's in a third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. At the 45 on its way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this game.
And the Canes are flying down the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires a ball, now it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eye.
Got a lot of running room. That's 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced.
I am a great play caller when I can handle guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When you kicked it in here, you got the long touchdown.
And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores and fast. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground from the offense. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, QB?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some goals.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 31, Miami 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll ride the hot hand. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds. Cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. Now on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. This is a designed run. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive there?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Movement here from the tight end. He wants to throw it. Fires in the end zone. Touchdown Auburn. And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Valentine. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get...
He's got it down the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. The aerial assault continues. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Going up top on 1st down. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Powers forward. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Get set. Get set.
He's looking to throw. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 3-possession game. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance tonight, too. They had a really good game plan coming to this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock. Now under a minute to go. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee. A 3rd down try for the offense. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want